This is my tutorial for pattern number 41478. It is a Pokeball pattern. Alright, so I imagine that I am just starting out. You want to have your strings organized in pairs of 2. If you don't have your strings organized in pairs of 2, then it's going to be really difficult. So, organize your strings in pairs of 2s. You start with your red, and you take your outermost string, and you do a forward knot, see, over, you do that twice, and then you put those 2 aside. Then you take your second pair of reds, and you do the same thing, 2 forward knots, and you put those aside. And then your 2 black in the middle are going to be forward knotted, and brought back down, put them aside. You bring your whites, and basically this is just a forward knot all the way across. If you don't know what a forward knot is, then I'm sorry. I'll try, and I guess I'll put up another tutorial, or I'll put up a description about the different types of knots. But it's relatively easy to remember. The forward knot is basically, you're making a 4 with the 2, when you want to go to the left, or to my right, so when you want to go to the right, you make a forward knot with your strings. But if you want to go to the left, you make a backwards knot. So that row is done. And then you take your outermost white string, and you put it aside, and your very first red string, and you put it aside. And then you group them in 2s again. So you've got these 2 reds, this red and a black. I'm so sorry, I'm so stuffed up and gross. That red and the black, and then the black and the white, and then the 2 white. Now, I usually start on the white side, but we'll start on the red side for your sake. You make, with your 2 red, you make a forward. You make a forward knot. This bracelet is all about forward knots. Alright, this is where it can get tricky. You have your red and your black. The black is the line of the Pokeball. So what you want to do is you make a forward knot. This is a forward backwards knot. And you're making a forward knot, and then a backwards knot. And that's a forward backwards knot. You do those when you don't want the string to move. And then, on the other side, you take your white and your black, and you do a backwards forwards knot. So you make a backwards knot, and then bring it up, and then a forward knot. And then with your whites, you do a forward knot. And then you bring your 2 strings down that you had hiding up at the top. You bring those down, and group them in 2s, and you just do a bunch of forward knots again. And you basically repeat this process for about 13 times, until you get to the opening of the Pokeball, like where the button is, where you push to get the Pokemon out. Anyway,
I wanna be the very best, like no one ever was. To catch them is my real test, to train them is my cause. I will travel across the land, searching far and wide.
take your 2 red and you do a forward knot. And then instead of bringing the red over, you bring the black in a backwards knot over the red. This is going to create the outside of the button. And it's just a backwards knot. It's not a backwards forwards or any of that. Okay? Now your red and your black have switched. See? And then you take the other side and you make a forward knot over the white. So your white and your black switch. So now you have a red and a white in the middle. And then you bring your 2 white on the end and you make a forward knot. Simple enough? Alright. So, you bring your 2 down. And you do a couple forward knots on the white. I like to start on the white. I don't know why. I just like to start on the white. Because you can do better forward knots. Okay, then you take your black and you see your next white and you bring it over. Oh, I think that was supposed to be a forward backwards knot. Sorry guys, I think I messed up. But it's alright. Because you can just do that. Alright, so you do a forward backwards knot and then your strings haven't moved. And then you bring your 2 middle strings, your white and your red, and you bring your white over your red. So you do a black, black. You do a backwards forwards knot. Jeez, I wish I could talk sometimes. And then with your black and your red, you do the same thing, a backwards forwards knot. Ta-da! And then your last 2, you just do a forward knot. Okay. So you're starting to have your button. Alright? Now that you take your 2 end strings, you put them away. They don't exist in this row. Do your forward knot over here. Oh, sorry, guys. Alright, and then you do a backwards knot over your middle white. Pull it in really tight so there aren't gaps. And then all of your white should be on the same side again. And then you take your black on the other side and you bring it over in a forward knot over your red. And now your red's all on the same side. You do 4 knots. Then you bring your 2